David Mirkovic had 27 and 21 in Illinois' win over Colgate. It was a masterful performance, dominant on the boards. And both David and Brad had a lot to say about his rebounding success and his prowess. David gave his credit to his coach after this. Said the reason he's been such an effective rebounder is because, well, he hears Brad yell about it all day. That's what he says. And after Brad has just constantly screamed at him and gotten on him to rebound, 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 that's the end goal. He has produced what his coach has demanded from him. Brad Underwood had an even more entertaining way to describe this relationship. This is courtesy of Glenn Kinley, by the way. Shout out to Glenn, who messaged me actually saying he appreciates the times we shout him out on the channel. So
Hey,
score that in the reporter who covers a team that doesn't hate us category. I think we've got two of those now.
let's go.
Shout out to Glenn. We love you, Glenn. This is what Brad said about David. He said, quote, he just gets angry at me and screams and cusses in Serbian. And I scream at him some more. It's all in a really good way. He had a really good couple of days of practice. The one common thread between the two stories here is a lot of yelling. Apparently, Brad Underwood yells at Mirkovich, and Mirkovich likes to cuss back in Serbian. Do you love this dynamic between Illinois' star forward and their coach?
Yeah, I love it mostly because I'm just picturing it happening mid-practice and everyone else is just around and like four guys know what David's saying, but no one else knows. And then like everyone's just watching because in my head, every time it happens, there's 3 minutes and 17 seconds of them just going back and forth. And half the people understand and half the people don't.
Okay, yeah, I could see that. Although,
And
don't you
then
think at some point the English speaking guys on this team are going to start picking up on other things?
yeah, and then I think they're all gonna just talk about Brad in Balkan basically. And then also picture the end of this 3 minutes and 17 seconds with David just saying, "Yes, coach, okay, coach," and then he palms his head and kisses his forehead and gets back on defense, and then proceed, and then gives you 27 and 21.
Dude, I think we've alluded to this at previous points, but certainly not since he's been this good. I think he's just the perfect player for Underwood, don't you?
Ooh, the thing is, I've never thought about what the perfect player for Underwood would look like because I guess for me it'd be like TSJ. Like that was a guy that was in there 6 a.m. every day, Chicago, like all that
I
associated
got the
with it.
reason why it wasn't TSJ.
Why?
Too quiet.
Oh,
Too quiet spoken, too mild mannered, too sweet.
mm,
TSJ is sweet. I love him, but he just that was the thing, right? He wasn't like the most crazy vocal guy ever. I think I mean Brad loves to go back to this. It makes sense. Io's kind of the consummate Brad guy, right?
mm.
Like elite leader, vocal, tough as hell, all those things. But I would argue Io wasn't crazy enough to be the premier Brad guy. He was like too reined in, I think, at times. You need to have like a little wild card chaotic energy to you. And we know Brad loves chaos. That's how this team has kind of become the program it's become in the last 5 years. Mirkovich is the perfect mix of it all. He's chaotic as any player they've ever had. He's a total wild card. He's also a genius on the basketball court. His IQ as a basketball player to me is as high as probably any Brad's had in like 5 years. He's just productive and tougher than other because you could have said like, oh, wild card, but basketball genius. That's Coleman Hawkins.
Mm.
But to me, I think Merck has like a little extra toughness to him and just wants the smoke. And I think in a lot of ways, like if Brad, I'm not saying Coleman couldn't take it, and this isn't about Coleman Hawkins, but I think David Mirkovic's preferred mode of communication is being yelled at. And then
Mm.
I think he wants to cuss you out and yell back. And then I think he wants to go back to the rebounding rep that he's in practice. Right? Like
Right.
there are just some people. It's like the Tom Izzo thing. Izzo builds his best teams when he has guys that can take being yelled at and thrive off of it, while the rest of the world laughs at it. Brad Underwood has found that, but in Montenegrin.
And that's the form that he wants.
Yeah,
Wait, I didn't. How come? Why is this your first time bringing this up to me?
because I'm learning it on the fly.
I feel like you knew this.
I mean, I've been calling him Illinois' Draymond for 2 weeks. This was another very Draymondy game, was it not?
What do you have? Three assists, four turnovers,
27, 21, and 3.
and four turns.
4 turns.
Yeah, okay. Fair to say.
Freshman Dre.
Um, very
It's a
much.
very Draymond-y quote, is it not?
It is a very
I scream
Draymond
at
quote.
him, he screams back at me, and then we keep it moving.
I think Draymond needs to get David on the Draymond Green show.
Be cool.
That would be cool. Maybe make it happen. But I will say this. Generic line, but also a line that I think rings true. Look, Tom Izzo's great when he is in line with his point guards, and his point guards, he loves his team and everything about that, right? I think there's something to be said about Underwood being in lockstep with what you consider to be the best player on the team.
Yeah, I do too. I also have another proposed nickname. This one requires a jersey change. So is there any chance that we get year 2 Mirkovich?
Yeah.
So if we get year 2 Mirkovich, I'd like to propose that David Mirkovic change his jersey number to 19.
Why?
David 19.
What is that?
He's sick, man.
Oh, good Lord.
It's an
Now you make
epidemic. It's an epidemic.
That's insane. Oh, you want to know the crazy part to end this though?
What?
He's gonna try to enter the draft, but he's gonna come back to school because he's gonna miss the deadline.
He might be a lottery pick, man, for
No,
real.
he's gonna miss the deadline, bro. He's gonna be like, what? He's like, wait, what the fuck? No, David, the deadline was yesterday.
He
I have
might.
paperwork now. What?
Let's just stop.